Hi, thank you for tuning in. It's me, Fatima, and I know I did a live stream last night, but I think it didn't go very well. But the thing of it is that my computer once again has been compromised, and so I tell you, but I already know who it is. But anyways, I wanted to share this information with you about the Child Support Agency and the local law enforcement. Now, I want to show you on my screen. This is coming from California in Sacramento, and I'm pretty sure all states have this information or contract rather, in regards to child support. Now, we all know child support is unconstitutional. It violates your First Amendment rights, also your Fourth Amendment rights, and your 14th Amendment rights. The Fourth Amendment is the search and seizure. The First Amendment, the right to be free and to live, without invasion, by the government. I'm paraphrasing, and also your due process rights. We know that child support agencies and its agents or contractors are not attorneys. Are not judges on the bench. And they cannot be, and they cannot put a warrant out on you to bring you in to answer to an alleged debt. It's also specified in the California Constitution, Article 1, Section 9 and 10, no bills of attainder, no post ex facto law shall be passed, and no law impairing the obligation of contracts shall be passed. And child support is considered a contract. So, yeah, you see on my screen, this is from Sacramento, and I'm going to scroll down here to the child support revenue recovery detail. And like I mentioned in my live stream, which is not really that good, but thank you for watching it and listening to me. It shows here, it says the child support detail is assigned to assist the County of Sacramento Department of Child Support Services, DCSS. The detective assigned, and he's just a layperson, to this unit will perform enforcement and investigative duties to encourage the payment of child support. This is the word encourage. They can't force you. They can encourage, recommend, but they can't. And then it goes on to say, DCSS has taken over the control of child support by mandates from the state and federal governments, and the mandates are the regulations and the cooperation or the state plan or cooperation of agreements. The function was previously conducted by the district attorney's office, which we all know in the 90s. DCSS has contracted with the sheriff's office to provide investigative support. DCSS handles over 100,000 cases of child support in the county. That's here in Sacramento. See, back then, when the district attorney was handling it, they pretty much knew it was unconstitutional, and they had some hang-up. That's why they were enforcing it, but not really, because it violates the people's due process rights, and it violates the law and the Constitution. And it goes on to say that the detective assigned to this unit performs a number of functions. They are responsible for the service of the civil warrants related to child support cases. They cannot do a civil warrant because there's no judge on the bench to sign an oath and affirmation and to arrest you for not paying an alleged debt. I always say an alleged. And furthermore, it's not a civil issue. It's a quasi-civil. Quasi, again, it means that it has some of the elements of a civil proceedings, but it's missing other elements. And the Constitution, at most times, it does apply, but then again, your due process rights is the most important factor. And it goes on to say that these tests can be completed in the field. When they do paternity test, that's a violation. The detectives, if you see here, the detectives right here conduct lifestyle surveillances, okay? And then it goes on to say there are investigations utilized when there are concerns about factual reporting. It's kind of like saying like we like welfare fraud basically. They all work hand in hand kind of together. So if you say, "Oh, I'm on, I'm not working, I'm not doing this," they will conduct surveillance on you to see if you actually try to avoid paying child support. And then if you receive other services, they'll report that to the appropriate agencies to do their so-called investigation on you. That's what they do. They do telephone surveillance. They get on your computer. They send people into your life to pretend they're like a love interest or possibly needing help. If you live in a certain area, your neighbors will be on the gig too. So just be aware of your surroundings and what you're doing. Anyways, and then it goes on to say, let's see, jump off of here. These investigations often lead to unreported sources of income and associated fraud perjury cases. So when they do that, unlawfully surveil you and tap into your services, like like I said, your internet, your computer, your phone, what have you. Sometimes they do listening devices in your home, but you don't even know it through remotely electronic surveillances. They will use that information to report to other agencies to allegedly get you for allegedly fraud. So it's a big operation. They're dirty. And the thing with this with me, child support is not a government agency. They're private contractors. They are contracted with the Department of Health and Human Services. And as we all know, it's a pass-through agency for the Hague. So that's the thing. So if you ever get a warrant and they ever arrest you, won't you sue them for your due process violations? That's the key word. And for violating your First, Fourth, Ninth, and 14th Amendment rights, to the Constitution. And as it states that the Constitution, if anything that intervenes with the Constitution, that it's null and void. Period. So I just wanted to share the information with you. You can go to their website at sacsheriff.com and then go to work release and then tap on child support recovery detail, and it's right there from the horse's mouth. So they do have a contract with them under the cooperation of an agreement, and then they receive profits from, arresting you and coming to your home and so on and so forth and surveilling you. And like I said, if you find out they're doing all this stuff, you need to sue them, for unlawful wiretapping or whatever they've been doing to you. So it's really heavy and it's deep. So until next time, you guys, stay strong, be encouraged, and stay informed.